Welcome to another episode of Marketing 101. I am Dr. Enrico Dolcecore, and this week's topic is keyword SEO. I know this stuff can be overwhelming, and it's why we search for help all over the place and we try and hire the right people. But if you're anything like me and been doing this for a long time, you realize that budget plays a role for every single business and everything that we do. And creating a proper budget is the way to run a successful business. We need to know what is realistic and what's not. So, this is going to be about keyword SEO, but first we have to understand, who do we hire for help? How do we delegate the work that we need to get done? And how do we do this in budget? Because all the options that are out there are professional people running digital agencies, running marketing agencies, running videography, running video editing, running content creation, social media marketing. And all these things that you can possibly delegate in your business can rack up a huge bill. The average chiropractor in the United States averages $500,000 in services per year. That's the average, and I think that's on the high end. This is for established clinics over 3 years old. So that's the average across the country. So if $500,000 is really the general gross revenue of a business, you have to understand that 10% of that is delegated to marketing. That's $50,000 or $4,000 a month, which leaves you very little for marketing, because in ad spend, you want to be spending about $1,000 to $2,000 a month in advertising spend to reach your community every single month. And this can be fluctuating. This could be varying over time. But what we're going to talk about is the free stuff that builds foundations for great marketing for small to medium-sized businesses, because that's where we all are. None of us are large businesses. Service providers don't run large businesses. Large businesses are 10 million plus, right? So you may have multiple locations. Let's say you have 10 locations doing $1 million each. Then I guess that corporation does run 10 million plus, but that has all the systems running on marketing budgets per location. So let's not get there. That's so small, the population. Most of you that are listening operate your own business or maybe a couple locations. And that's who we're tailoring to, is the general profession of chiropractors, dentists, optometrists, PTs, service professionals, travel agents. These are the people listening to this type of podcast for service professionals, because you're servicing professional service to your community. Lawyers too, but they don't have to market. I mean, they do it a different way. So let's get into Google SEO keywords and what you can do to and the reason why I do these podcasts is to create awareness for business owners to understand that you need to understand simple basics. Marketing 101, right? Just you got to take that first introduction class to ecology. Remember that? Ecology, statistics, anthropology. You may have taken one and you're like, yeah, this is not where I'm going to go with my education. And you just took 101 and you moved on. It was an option course or an elective, and you moved on. Remember that? That's like me, except with anthropology. I ran all the way through the 400s and almost got a minor in anthropology, just because I kept defaulting to that as my elective. But it added up, and so that was it. And that's the same thing here, knowing the basics. You're not going to be an expert in marketing. We don't expect you to be an expert in marketing. If you get so busy in practice that you understand the fundamentals, you're going to delegate your marketing to someone. That is the whole point. And then you'll know exactly who to find to delegate what. Otherwise, you get wrapped up in these wonderful sales pitches from these companies, and I always entertain them. It's entertaining for me, teaches me what's up and up, and what they're doing to get there. And they're getting so savvy in getting my attention, because my front desk screens everything. No one gets to talk to me. They know everyone's a marketer and going to waste my time, or they're going to waste my time, period. So no one actually gets a hold of me. Patients' questions can be answered by the front desk. Very little gets through to me unless it's an established patient. I will take the call. So that's how we filter that at the front desk. And when they do get through, they are so savvy about this. We're from Google. We manage your Google ads, and our team's like, I don't think so. I think Enrico does all that. They give me the number. I'm like, wow, this was cool. Call them back. I'm like, you don't manage my Google ads. And then they come in, can I just sit with you for 15 minutes at your office? I'm like, well, if you come to my office, come over my lunch break on Wednesday and come take a look. And let me see what you got. This guy does this. Like, this was 3 weeks ago. Nothing about Google. Sits there and tells me about Meta Facebook ads. That's it. And how their agency is the best in the country. And they are the only sole proprietors to like the back end of Meta that can tie in their software back. And I'm like, wow, this is amazing. The data that they get and how it costs them 1 penny to reach the lookalike audiences. I'm like, that's pretty. So for 1 penny, you can reach everyone that's ever followed you in the past. I'm like, that is pretty cool stuff. And at the end of the day, the sales pitch is $4, $6, $8,000 a month to run my Facebook ads. And guess what? Do you think I hired them as Enrico for Facebook ads? No. That was really it. And it was just that slick movement in from we run your Google ads to I'm a 22-year-old kid that does Meta advertising sales for this team that does sales with other 22-year-old. Nothing against 22-year-olds, but yeah, I'm too old for that, right? So, anyways, that it's just the slick little ways. And you guys have all these shiny companies around, always calling you, always bombarding you for this stuff. I'm just telling you, keep your guard up, save your money in your pocket because your children deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve to go on vacations. You deserve to save for your retirement. You deserve a bigger house. You deserve a new car when the car breaks down. You deserve it all as a service professional. That's why I do this. We get taken for granted. We get run over by medium-sized corporations thinking that we make millions of dollars. That's what they think. You're a doctor, you make millions. And that's where they come in with these $7, $8, $10, $12,000 packages for your marketing. And you look at it, you're like, no, that's not doable. And you're a little bit ashamed because you're like, I'm not going to pay $10,000. I don't have $10,000. And even if I did, I know how hard I have to work to make $10,000. No way, Jose. So that's where this stuff comes from. But to delegate things for part-time labor, part-time work is great. Paying $1,000, $1,500, $2,000, $2,500 a month for someone to do something. You can't hire someone for that little to do that. So I think that's a great investment to delegate it off your plate. And most of us do that because we really don't know how to do it. We want you to do it. I've got an accountant, I've got a bookkeeper, I've got all this stuff just because I don't want to do it. And I don't know if I'm doing it right. So we delegate this stuff, but that's a few $100s a month. It's easily doable. It's part of the expenses. It's there. It's not the marketing expense. It's the operational expense. And that's how we have to divide this. So just to finish that and get into keyword SEO is when we talk about profits in a healthy corporation, many of you, and don't feel guilty about this, run on 0% profit. You pay no tax. Your expenses equal your revenue because your payroll pretty much eats up 30, 40, 50% of your total because you got to pay your staff, you got to pay your associate, you got to pay yourself. And what you do is you manage that and you pay yourself so that your employment taxes come off. And then your corporation doesn't really run a profit. Dangerous ground to play on for any business because it's a non-profitable business, right? In the long run, on paper, you don't look good. Hard to get loans, hard to scale, hard to grow when you need cash influxes. So, and then at the end of your career, to sell a non-profitable business doesn't look good, right? But you do need to pay yourself. So that's good too. So many of us, am I making sense? Does that feel like most of you pretty much what you earn is what you make and you try and keep expenses low? That's how it goes. Any healthy business wants to run about an 18% profit. That's really it. You make $500,000 a year. You should, at the end of the year, have about 80K in the operational account that is there, that made profit for the year, that you may have to pay the 15% corporate tax on. It's just, that's a healthy running business. So if you make 20 on a 500K office or 80 or anywhere in between 20, 80, you're doing great. That corporate account should be growing each year. Should be putting aside 10, 15, 25, $30,000 a year. So as the years go by, then it's 60, then it's 90. Then I like to call this FU money. In my corporation, I have a little bit of muscle. I have a little bit of lean muscle mass in my business. That's like, hey, if anything happens, I've got some FU money to do something, to give a shot at opening a satellite practice, to give a shot at expanding the office, to renovate the office, to buy a new fancy piece of equipment like a decompression table or cold laser or something like that. So I'm not reliant on the banks, right? But even though I will still go out and get a 4% lease on a piece of equipment because that's just smarter with my money. I'd rather pay $600 a month towards a piece of equipment than put down the $28,000 and just take it out of my account. Makes sense? So there's ways like that, but that's why it's called FU money. It's there. The bank's like, well, you got the collateral. Let's just give you the lease. Anyways, I'm not even talking about Google SEO. I think I suckered you guys into this. Here we go. Keywords. You need to understand your keywords. And a great way to do this is to go to SEMrush.com. It's free. You might have to log in and create an account. Do that. Do not pay for anything. After you click on 10 things, it says you've reached your maximum for the day. Please sign up for an account for $140 a month. Do not do this. Just use the free thing. All you're going to be searching is your domain. So you're going to put in www.ohiochiropractic.com, whatever your domain is, that official domain, and you hit search. On the first thing that pops up on that page is your keywords. It will show you your first 7 keywords. You can hit load more, and that counts as a second event. So you open it up, you get 10 per day. If you use all 10, just check again tomorrow. Then it opens up all your keywords, and you'll see the number 1. It'll say 66 keyword search terms, and it should be chiropractor, chiropractor near me, chiropractic near me. Those will be your top 1 or 2 keyword hits, and you can see how many are going there. Then the next few ones are your gold mine that you need to document and write down and be like, oh, I did not know knee pain was number 3. People, for some reason on Google, are going to knee pain. Then what you need to do, so here, it doesn't matter what those keywords are, you got to write them down. So chiropractor near me is not a smart Google ad term to pay for. You go to your Google Ads account and then you exclude chiropractor near me so your ads don't pop up number 1. You say, well, Enrico, wouldn't it be good for me to pop up number 1 on my ad and number 1 on the search? Sure, that's a tactic, but why pay for the clicks on that when you're popping up number 1 on the search for everyone that's near you that puts in chiropractor near me? It's an organic search that Google does for you. But how do you link the two? How do you tell Google, hey, when somebody is right around the corner from me or that neighborhood right behind my clinic, when they search for a chiropractor, I want everyone in that neighborhood to see me first, number 1. Can you do that, Google? There's no one to call or ask for this. So what you need to do is on your website, you need to have SEO, search engine optimization, which means a blog, a post, a page, whatever that's on your website that Google bots read all the time and scope and confirm that those search terms are direct links, direct hits to your website. That's what search engine optimization means. So you'll be running vlogs, posts, social media posts, everything. And what you need to do now, audio and video is being scrubbed by bots and recorded in transcripts. It's crazy where it's going. So everything you say in a video is now SEO. That's amazing where it's come. So everything you do. So what you need to do is you need to have a blog or a vlog about chiropractor near me. So literally, if you write this blog, what it's going to be titled Chiropractor Near Me. That's the title of it, dated May 30th, 2024. And you're going to write a few paragraphs. You can do this on AI. You can do whatever you want, but you're going to write a few paragraphs. Full Life Chiropractic is a chiropractor near me. It sounds ridiculous. It's absolutely stupid. No one's going to read this blog except the Google bots. You see, this is where it is. So a lot of your content that you put on your website is to like teach people. Your website, the homepage, the direct URL homepage that comes up, that is where the money is. You need to capture your audience for 3 seconds. 3 seconds. An image, a logo, a phone number, and buttons right at the top. Right at the top. So if they're looking at it on an iPad, tablet, a mobile device, or a desktop, or a laptop, it all shows up at the top. They can click a button, make a phone call if they're on their mobile. They can click a button, book an appointment if they're on their desktop or tablet. It all has, that's the number 1 thing. So go search your website right now. If that's not there, fire your webmaster. Get a new one. Call them up. Say, dude, change this. We need to have this on there. Go to fulllifechiropractic.com or fulllifetampa.com. Send them my link. Be like, that's the website we want. That is it. And then just get that idea out there. So that's it. And then once you capture that, there's an engaging photo. Maybe there's a scrolling photo. People see this. It's a person getting adjusted. That would make perfect sense for a chiropractor. There's someone with their mouth open with nice white teeth. That's great for a dentist. I mean, it just makes sense to put those things together. And as they scroll down, the information's there. Full Life Chiropractic is an integrative center located in North Tampa. And also your SEOs right there to confirm where they're at. To learn more, click here. And that where brings them to the About Us page or whatever that is. That doesn't matter. That's secondary stuff, okay? So your SEO is a blog that no one ever reads except Google bots. So you're going to have a chiropractor near me blog. In that blog, it's going to say Full Life Chiropractic is a chiropractor near me. I know it makes no sense. Just do it. And then period. And then uh, chiropractors near me work for you in these particular ways through chiropractic adjustments, massage therapy, red light therapy, weight loss, functional medicine. Boom. And if you need any of this, contact your chiropractor near me at Full Life Chiropractic. Dr. Enrico Dolcecore is the chiropractor near me that works at Full Life Chiropractic. That is chiropractor near me, Enrico Dolcecore in Lutz, Florida, on State Route 54 that does chiropractic. Call Enrico Dolcecore, the chiropractor near me, and you just continue doing that. Get it? This might be worth having a webmaster or a web company that knows this stuff. This is where we've used a couple great ones. I've had great ones. What happens with great solo webmasters is they get referrals and they get busy and they break. Their companies literally break. That's what ends up happening. They get overwhelmed. They try and hire people. People don't match with them because they all want to be making the same money as the owner of the company. Yada, 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 and they break. So is there good general companies out there? Number one in the chiropractic profession, and I know this is going to be the question that comes with the podcast, that's why I'm telling you the answers, is Inception. They just do a great job. They're on the expensive side, so it comes out of your marketing budget, right? Web is marketing. So you just got to budget this. And if they're out of your range, then working with other things like maybe Chiroplanet. We're with them right now. Not a huge fan. Not bad. Get the job done. SEO, I'm like, guys, really, what's going on with SEO? I don't see much traffic going on. So anyways, that might work. Chiromatrix, stay away from. Anyways, let's not bash anybody. There you go. So that's that. Okay. So your blogs, and then guess what? You're gonna have to do a silly vlog that goes on your YouTube channel that's connected to your website. That Google's like, hey, we own YouTube, so let's scrub this. Oh, they are right. So this Full Life Enrico guy is doing a whole bunch of stuff with chiropractic in Tampa, in North Tampa, at a chiropractor near me, and his name's Enrico Dolcecore with an E, and that's what's going on with SEO. That's it there. So you got chiropractor near me. Then you got Tampa Chiropractor. That's your next blog. Again, same redundant SEO. So you need to have these. So you go through your keywords on SEMrush.com and you write blogs for the top 10 searched keywords. It reinforces Google in the matrix of the algorithm and finding people. That's how it works. That's how it works. Then you create backlinks with anyone or any other of your cooperative people that work with you in the community and try and overlap some of that too. You want to get Google to just light up when Enrico Dolcecore gets searched for, or Full Life Chiropractic gets searched for, or your business gets searched for. That's where SEO takes off and your organic reach is there. My clients that I help with their digital agencies, with their digital marketing, we spend $200, $300, $400, $500 a month on Google Ads. And we do amazing with that. 6, 7 in dense areas. There's 2 tactics to Google Ads, and that is the search campaign is the number one and the best and the most logical advertising to be doing on Google so that your ads pop up. Number one, 44% of people will not click on the ad on Google. So folks, you're paying money for these clicks and only 56% of people are clicking when you pop up number one. Guess what they're doing? They're scrolling down a little bit past the 2 ads that pop up, the sponsored ads, and looking at the map. And then below that, the 1 and 2 hit. That's it. By the time you get to that point, now they're scrolling down the page. You've lost 80% of the people searching. If you're on the second page, you're a loser. You're just a loser. In the Google world, I love you. You're not a loser. You're fantastic. But in Google, you're a loser because no one's going to the second page. No one goes to the second page. You don't want to know where the stats are for the best websites and where it's all in pornography. That's the only place where the statistics are amazing, where people land on a page, they stay on a page, they search that website for an hour. I mean, those are unrealistic when it comes to searching for commodities and services. So it's just the way we are, just the way it is. But what you want to create is that 3 to 10 second hold on your homepage. So when people do search and you are number one or number two on the map and you're number one or number two on the search, or they click on your ad, that homepage captures them. And there's some stuff you can do there on the back end to capture better, where you have certain landing pages on your Google Ads. So when they click on that, it goes directly to your contact us page and to book an appointment, right? Because now you've got something in your ad that's triggering. Anyway, that's a different podcast for a different day. So what your homework after this podcast, turn it off, is go to SEMrush.com, put in your domain at the top, look at your top keywords, write those down, take a screenshot, whatever it is, and write blogs on the top, at least 5 keywords that are hitting your office, and you will take off on your SEO immediately within the next 30 days. You will notice this through calls and activity on your Google. It's amazing how fast it goes now. Before, they used to say 6 months. Google scrubs so fast now with AI that they're actually demoting websites more than they're upping them because of conflict of information, outdated information. They haven't updated a move or an address change or a phone number change. Boom, you're automatically demoted if the directories don't match the same across the web. So a lot of things there. SEO local, moz.com. These ones are all simple things that you can pay $14 a month, and they just make sure your directories are all clean. I know if you listen to all the podcasts, it sounds a little redundant, or we mishmashed a bunch of old episodes together, but I think it's just super important. So SEO, that's how you do it. Send me a message or comment on this podcast and let me know how it went for you, or what you did. Or if you have a unique keyword that showed up in the top 5, put it in the comments. Let me know, because I want to see what's popping up for chiropractic in different parts of the world. That would be fantastic as well. Helps me help you the masses, in the long run. Have a great week. Keep doing what you're doing. You guys all are amazing. I love you. Take care.